Okay, guys, so I'm back. So this is kind of a follow-up to the video that I made 2 days ago, or 2 days ago, give or take, talking about the meeting between our president of the United States, Donald Trump, and the president of the Communist Party of China, Xi Jinping. Okay, where I made it clear that this meeting was nothing more than to get a feeling for how things were going to be reshaping or evolving moving forward. Now, I made it very clear that, for most of you, that not to get concerned with what President Trump does or doesn't do, because the man knows how to play possum really well. And he knows how to play a really good poker hand, and he knows what he's doing. But to kind of give you an idea, so you can understand what's going on, go watch my prior video. So I mentioned a bunch of stuff that, most of this information is not available to the public unless you really are looking for it. But anyways, most of you have not, most of you probably have, I don't know, but if you have seen some of the footage that took place, that it was allowed to come out to the world to see, you can clearly see that there is the magic world of the Chinese government, where they play trickery and illusions, and they try to play magician, where out of a sudden Xi Jinping is almost as tall as President Trump. Or when they're sitting having a conversation side by side, and you see President Trump sitting on a chair where he literally, his butt is sinking into the chair, while the chair of the Chinese president, Xi Jinping, is nice and, level, good cushioning. He's sitting well up and erect, projecting power, and while the president is all slouched, looking forward, like almost uncomfortable, just basically dealing with the crap. Okay, I mean, and then there's the other issue where you see at the beginning where the president of the United States and his entourage is exiting Air Force One, and you can see the rows of useful idiots drones with flags. On the right side, you can see the Chinese people holding nothing but Chinese flags, right? But then when you go into the left side and you see there's a bunch of American flags, but in between there's a bunch of Chinese flags. And you must say, well, Andrew, what's the deal with that? Well, it's all about projection. It's all about subtle messaging, okay? The same way that you have Xi Jinping looking as tall as President Trump, when the guy's a fucking midget, okay? Then you have the issue with the chair, where he needs to somehow, some way look healthier, stronger, more aggressive, more assertive, more powerful than the president of the United States, which is not, by the way. But if you notice on that projection, when you see the flags of one side or the other, basically like saying, yeah, American flags, but we are among you. We're between you. We are in your midst. We are controlling, we are watching, we are, basically influencing. Kind of like saying, look at our side. It's all nothing but Chinese flags. We're united, we're powerful, we're strong. Your side is compromised. We are amongst you. I mean, it's just stupid crap like that. Then you have the issue where you have Mr. Rubio, right, shaking the hand of Xi Jinping, and you can see the face of Xi Jinping that he's not very happy, but he was forced to shake his hand. You can see Rubio making eye contact with the guy. He had a very semi-stern face, and then he looks at President Trump, and then he winks. I say, yeah, we got this, right? And then you see the camera angles where they are even covering Marco Rubio's face, so he wouldn't even appear on the frame, because of the fact that, the Communist Party decided that he was not allowed to enter China because he passed a bill, or tried to put a bill in our systems where we do humanitarian work and protection for the Muslim Uyghurs, okay, which they are being enslaved in there. They're being taken to re-education camps, slave labor and all that stuff. And because of that, he was not allowed, but because he's part of the entourage, they had to swallow the pride, right? And then you have, what was the other one? The Chinese, police or secret service, they're clowns, basically holding on a location all the entourage, all the media that belongs to the United States. Just holding them back, just controlling them. When the motorcade and the entire, delegation was supposed to leave, they were being held back by the Chinese, where they literally had to push their way out so they can go back into the motorcade or the group of vehicles that follow the president. In a way, I really don't care. The media sucks in this country. They're always shitting on the president, so they got what they deserve, You keep pulling for the fucking communists, but yeah, they treat you like shit anyways. That should teach you a lesson, but you're a bunch of masochists. You never learn. But anyways, I don't care. That part, I really don't care much. The news here sucks anyways. And then there's the issue where apparently the Communist Party security system will not allow a Secret Service agent to carry his duty weapon. So in essence, they were trying to disarm an elected official person that belongs to the protection system of the President of the United States to be unarmed. Literally inside the wolf's lair. Guys, you need to understand communism is an illusion. They don't produce anything. They don't create anything. The Chinese people are literally dying from the inside out. That country's falling apart, okay? I mentioned a bunch of stuff on my video that I posted earlier, but the bottom line is that there's nothing. That country doesn't have a whole lot, okay? We went in there to basically let them know that we are not afraid. And we're not. Economically, financially, militarily, China does not compare. On a scale of 1 through 5, China is like a 1.5. We're well past 5, okay? Now, I know that some of you might believe the bullshit and the lies and the psyops that China has this, China has that. They got nothing, man. They got nothing. So the bottom line of the story is, can we survive an incident with China? Yes, we can. Will we have any issues? Yes, we will. Have they infiltrated? Yes, they have. 4 years of Joe Biden, thousands of, male-age fighters who somehow, some way managed to escape China, who made it from the east or from the, Pacific all the way down to South America when they have no money. And, you literally now have to have a passport approval from the Chinese government in order for you to leave China. Yeah. There's a lot going on here. So that should tell you something. Yeah, there will be issues. Can we handle it? Yes. Bottom line is, as I said in my other video, prepare. Taiwan is the next move. The Strait of Hormuz was nothing more than the first shot to the bow of the ship. They have no oil. They cannot move. We don't even have to fight a fight. If they get out of hand, we'll be able to handle it. The bottom line is, that fight is coming, whether you like it or not. Regardless of what you believe or not, if we can win or not, you need to prepare. Anyways, go watch my prior video. I talked about all this stuff. If you want me to get into more detail as to why I believe that's the case and that we will have a fight and why we will not have any issues, basically wiping the floor with their military, leave me a comment on the video, and I will do something more detailed as to why I believe that. Anyways, this is Andy with my neck of the woods. I'll see you around.